Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we try to make sense of all the confusing official company papers. Today we're peeking into First Guaranty Bankshares Incorporated's latest report, which is basically their way of saying, here is what happened financially, and here is what we're up to. This specific filing is a Form 8K, which is an announcement of significant events that shareholders should know about right away. Think of it as a company's real-time news ticker. And in this case, the big news is all about their financial performance for the last quarter of 2025. Now, I know what you are thinking, financial reports can sound like a foreign language, but that is where we come in. We're going to break down the key numbers and tell you what they actually mean for First Guaranty Bankshares Incorporated. We'll skip the boring legal jargon and focus on the story the numbers are telling us. And don't forget, if you like getting these easy to understand breakdowns, make sure you subscribe. Also, we have a Discord community where we chat about these filings, and you can find the link in the video description below. First Guaranty Bankshares Incorporated is a financial institution, and like most banks, their business is all about managing money. They have common stock, which is what most people think of when they think of owning a piece of a company. The ticker symbol for this is FGBI, and it is traded on the Nasdaq. They also have preferred stock, and this one is a bit more complex. It's represented by depository shares, and each one is a tiny fraction of a bigger piece of stock. This preferred stock has a fixed dividend of 6.75%. You'll find this one traded under the ticker FGBIP also on the Nasdaq. Knowing this helps us understand how they raise money and how their investors are structured. The main point of this report is to announce their fourth quarter and full year 2025 results. They released a press release detailing this, and it is attached as an exhibit. This is where we get to the juicy financial details. So, what did they report? Well, the press release is the most important part here. It gives us the snapshot of their financial health. While the full details of the financial tables aren't embedded directly into this 8K, the press release is referenced specifically for these results. Think of this particular filing as the official announcement and the press release as the detailed report card. The company is based in Louisiana and has been around for a while. They are a regional bank, so their performance is closely tied to the economic conditions in their local areas. This filing is from February 2026, and it covers the period ending the 31st of December 2025. And who is signing off on this important report? It is Eric J. Dosch, the Chief Financial Officer. That is usually a good sign that the financial information is being presented and certified by the person in charge of the company's money matters. Now, let's dive into what the press release Exhibit 99.1 likely contains. For a bank, key things to look for are their net interest income, which is the money they make from lending, their non-interest income, which can come from fees and services, and their provisions for loan losses. These figures tell us how well they are managing their core banking activities and how prepared they are for potential problems like customers not being able to repay loans. For example, if they report a significant increase in their provision for loan losses, it could mean they are seeing signs of economic weakness or that their loan portfolio is becoming riskier. On the flip side, a healthy growth in net interest income would suggest they are effectively lending and borrowing. We would also look at their efficiency ratio, which shows how much it costs them to generate a dollar of revenue. A lower ratio is generally better. When we look at the equity side, represented by things like common stock, we want to see if the company's book value is growing. This is essentially the net worth of the company. For a bank, a growing book value per S-hair often indicates a healthy and well-managed business. The preferred stock mentioned is a different way for the company to raise capital. It typically comes with a fixed dividend payment. Analyzing how much of their capital structure is made up of preferred stock compared to common stock can tell us about their risk tolerance and how they are financing their operations. Looking at the dates, the 20th of February 2026 is when this information became official. This means the figures reflect the performance up to the 31st of December 2025, so it is a look back at the historical performance of the company. Now let's put on our Warren Buffett hat and think about the bigger picture. First Guaranty Bankshares Incorporated is a regional bank. These banks often have a strong connection to their local economies. If the area they serve is booming, their loan portfolio and deposits are likely to grow. If the economy is struggling, they might see more loan defaults and slower growth. Without the specific data from the press release here, we can only infer general trends. If First Guaranty Bankshares Incorporated is showing strong growth in its loan book and deposits, and its net interest margin is stable or expanding, that is a positive sign. Conversely, if they are seeing a rise in non-performing loans or a shrinking net interest margin, that would be a cause for concern. We also need to consider the competitive landscape. Are there other banks in their area that are growing faster? Are they innovating with new products and services? In the banking world, customer service, technology, and competitive interest rates are key drivers of success. Let's think about risks for any bank. Interest rate changes are a big deal. If interest rates rise significantly, it can impact their borrowing costs and the value of their existing bond holdings. Another major risk is credit risk, the chance that borrowers won't pay back their loans. A bad economic downturn can significantly increase this risk. Now, let's consider opportunities. In a growing economy, banks can expand their lending to businesses and individuals, leading to more revenue. They can also leverage technology to offer more convenient services to their customers and reach a wider market. Overall, this filing acts as a confirmation of their financial status at the end of 2025. The actual press release, which we understand is Exhibit 99.1, would be the place to find specific numbers like revenue growth, profit margins, and loan performance metrics. For First Guaranty Bankshares Incorporated, like any bank, the story is in the numbers related to lending, deposits, and interest rates. Alright, that is our simplified look at what this filing means. Without the actual numbers from the press release, it is hard to give a definitive assessment. However, the fact that they are regularly reporting and providing detailed press releases is a good sign of transparency. For First Guaranty Bankshares Incorporated, the key to success will be navigating the economic conditions of its operating regions, managing credit risk effectively, and adapting to the ever-changing financial technology landscape. What is your take on the banking sector and what these types of reports tell us about a company's health? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more corporate insights. And remember to check out our Discord community in the description for more in-depth discussions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.